Friday night in front of the computer. Who says the art of conversation is dead? How many people will be playing? One? Well, let me be the first to congratulate you on winning this game. Is this the first time on the... Ah, yes, they always come back. Please type in your name. Perfect, thank you. If you feel like buzzing, use the letter B. Have a great ride. I've really enjoyed our time together. Bye now.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide. You Don't Know Jack is sponsored by Stuart Miller, O'Brien, O'Connor, Quinn, Newman, Husenich, James, Owens, Kaufman, Hotelling, Lindsay, Meyer, Poland, Chard, Chern, Gottlieb, and Gottlieb, attorneys at law. There's more of us than there are of you. And now, here's your host, Guy Towers.
All right, welcome to the game. You do need to be briefed, but we're going to have to do it later because we're about ready to start. All right, kiddies, court is in session. Hit that buzzer and let's get ready for lawyers that are not too tort, not too sweet. Okay, as any first-year law student knows, a tort, T-O-R-T, case typically involves personal injury or property damage. But which of these smarmy law firms would most likely make a commercial seeking tort? Do it! Tort, spelled with an E, is a scrumptious pastry, usually containing nuts. And if you feel that you or a loved one was injured by the tort, you deserve a rich and creamy compensation. Hit your buzzer, and for your viewing pleasure, a pair of legals walk into a bar. Okay, for this next one, imagine that two lines of paralegals form outside a law office. All right? Great. If the paralegal lines adhere to the same properties as parallel lines, which of the following is true? Go for it! Sadly enough, the parallel paralegals will never meet. This, of course, has nothing to do with geometry. Yeah, the fact is they've been issued a court order to stay an equal distance apart. You know, stalking laws. Alrighty, buzz in and set the cash value. And your category is Lawyer's Tailgate at Judge Judy's. Alright, 54.32, that's some good coin. Let's go. If a judge threw an ex-party party, which of the following would be able to partake of the refreshing beverages? The vice squad in their nightly bus, the bailiff and his friends, the defendants and their lawyer, or the lawyers for both sides? It's yours if you want it. No, if the judge and both lawyers are drinking, that's called recess. Should have picked this one. Ex-party is when the judge hears an argument from one side only, so either the defendants or the plaintiffs could party down. Because, you know, the last time defendants and plaintiffs mingled, it turned into a big old bar brawl. How much cash? Ooh, it's a little roadkill. When you see an answer that connects the two clues, buzz in. And remember to look at all the correct answers to figure out that bonus round. All right, then, let's slip her into gear. Baseball great Johnny and a long backless seat. Where do these two intersect? Score! Men's underwear and shortened to the point. Celebration and the Donner blank. Blank figures and lights, camera, blank. Person who holds on to something, an orthodontic aid. Hiring a hitman and getting a disease. Let's go for the bonus. What do all the correct answers have in common? Are they all legal terms? Ka-ching! On the defendant, a winner. All right, get a load of you. Let's keep going. Well, it's better than nothing. And it's going to be called Our Father, whose art is in heaven. Hey, you know the 10 Commandments are called the Mosaic Laws because they were like, given to Moses and everything? Which of these commandments might you expect to be part of the art world's Mosaic Laws? Thou shalt inlay glass and stone. Thou shalt not cast metals other than gold. Thou shalt paint on wet plaster, or thou shalt not sculpt thy neighbor's wife. Take it! Nope. Painting on wet plaster is called a fresco. And it kind of tastes like Sprite. Maybe you didn't see this one. Mosaics are made from inlaid pieces of glass or stone. I think that commandment comes right between thou shalt not make long-winded critiques of the artist's work and thou shalt not paint a canvas white and call it art. All right, whoa, hardly worth it, huh? Well, what can you do? This one's called The Question. Questions coming. Which of these captivating titles does not belong to a John Grisham novel? The Partner, The Firm, The Client, or The Trial? Go for it! I don't want to be firm with you, but no, and I mean that. In case you're wondering, The Trial. It was actually written by the Kafka. Man, that sucks. All right, here's your category. Party of the first part. Here's the question. Considering how justice is usually personified, what party game would she be best suited to play? Pin the tail on the donkey, I spy, quarters, or spin the bottle? It's yours if you want it. Drink. And this is what we were looking for. Well, Justice wears a blindfold, so she'd be ready to pin the tail on the donkey. But if Justice has the intuition and skill of the American legal system, we'll be calling that donkey Stumpy Ass. All right, bud. Ooh, pretty lame pick in there. Oh well, it's going to be called Night of the Living Dead Languages. Habeas corpus, ipso facto, caveat emptor, carpe diem, lassa opso, hickory f***ing dickory doc. Damn lawyers always talking in Latin. I'm sorry. If you wanted your lawyer to speak to you in one of the languages descended from Latin, what should you say? Forget business, be romantic. You're such a big, strong Mandarin. Stop being such a Hamitic. Or you'll need a take it. No, not Gaelic. Not that there's anything wrong with that. All the smart people usually pick this one. Languages like French, Italian, Romanian, Spanish, and Portuguese, which are directly descended from Latin, are called the Romance languages. Yeah, but making law romantic is like teaching Latin to a pig.
It's me on the Adelaide.
Poke that buzz. And the category is there be no skid marks in front of the lawyer. Okay, you know how the guy...
Hey, guy, you gotta hear this.
Yeah?
I got a lawyer joke my uncle told me. What do you call 100 lawyers at the bottom of the ocean?
What?
A good start.
Oh.
No, wait. I got another one for you. Okay, how many lawyers does it take to screw in a light bulb?
I don't know. One?
No, it takes 3. 1 to screw it in, and 2 to argue the motion. Get it? The motion? Argue the motion?
Yeah, that's great, Schmitty. Now, will you get the fuck out of here? I gotta ask a question.
Hey, easy. And great.
Okay, so who told Schmitty those lame jokes? His uncle, his friend, his lawyer, or me? Do it! Well, according to Schmitty, it was his uncle.
Oh yeah, my uncle? He used to do this thing with his finger.
I'm not pulling your fucking finger.
Ah, come on, it's funny.
Get out of here!
Hey!
Tickle your buzzer. Oh yeah. It's time for a Dis or Dad. The category for this Dis or Dad is prenuptial agreement, or restraining order. All right, listen up. I'm going to read you 7 names, and I want you to tell me if the guy got the girl of his dreams or lost his true love. You cash in for each one you get right, but you lose out for each one you get wrong or that you don't get to. You got 30 seconds to nail all 7. And we're up. Han Solo, does he get through? Dr. Zhivago. Dracula. Tony from Who's the Boss? Tony from I Dream of Jeannie. Great Gatsby. Lancelot. Only one wrong. Pretty damn good, cowboy. Okay, my friend, there's your score. Let's see what you can do to it. Hit that buzzer and let's check out the cat. This one will be Dante's peak performance. Coming at you. Suppose Dante from Clerks applies for a position as a legal clerk. If he asked to talk about his clerking experience in an interview, what could he truthfully say? It was a real gas. It was a job of convenience. I draw out the best in people. Or it was a super. Market. Go for it. No, you're thinking of Chasing Amy, and I think she's getting away. Wow. How about this one? For 3 years after high school, Dante worked at a convenience store. But I mean, really, what's the difference? Law, convenience stores? You know, you're just trying to sell some overpriced crap. All right, he buzzed in and set the cat. The category is... How's it hanging? All right, I've danced around this question long enough, so tell me this. What's a hung jury? A jury with big penises that all agree. A jury with big penises. Here's if you want it. A hung jury is a jury that can't come to an agreement. Well, maybe if they put their heads together. How much cash?
I need to inform you that you have the right to remain silent. Any and all wrong answers can and will be held against you. You also have the right to one phone call and a clue. Here's your clue. Do you know all the verses? Let's see, I'm not sure, but I think the last one has to do with Jack jumping over a candlestick or something. Good luck.
All right, let's see your final score. There it is.
Welcome aboard Advance Airlines. Sit back, relax. Our friendly flight crew will take excellent care of you.
Here, sir. Your seatbelt needs to be good and tight.
Excuse me, ma'am. Would you care for a foot massage?
We want your flight to be an extremely pleasurable and memorable experience.
I'll gladly help you stow your tray table, sir. I'll just need to sit on your lap.
May I put my arm around you, sir? Would you like to join our Mile High Club?
At Advance Airlines, we're getting our customers off the ground.
The catcher's signal called for a brushback high and inside. But when I looked down at my bracelet, I thought, what would Satan do? So I beamed him in the head and turned all the fans' hot dogs into snakes.
Satanko.
Uh-oh, sounds like someone's drunk again.
I can drive fine. Give me my key.
This week on another uproarious episode of Mean Drunk, Miriam doesn't hide David's scotch bottle well enough.
I should have married your sister.
And David's boss tries to get him to help himself.
Stick your 12 steps up your ass.
So tune in for another laugh-filled episode of Mean Drunk and see the show that America's bar guide called the most entertaining hour on television.
The f*** you looking at? Yeah, can I get the steak without the meat?
Sorry, sir, that's not possible.
Ugh, where does a vegetarian have to go to get a decent meal around here?
Come on down to Joe's Backyard for 2 acres of vegetarian delight. For only $9.99, I'll set you out to pasture, and that includes unlimited returns to my grass buffet.
Now I don't have to stay home when my non-vegetarian friends go out to eat. I can even bring my dog.
Depending on the time of year, we've got 4-leaf clovers, dandelions, daisies, crabgrass, and of course our most popular item, good old-fashioned grass.
I'm a vegan, and I feel more comfortable knowing that my dinner wasn't cooked in the same pan as some helpless hunk of butter.
I like not having to use utensils. It's so natural.
Wow, look how green that grass is under Joe's lawn chair. My mouth is watering. Let's graze.
Hey, Joe, why is it called Joe's Backyard?
Because I'm Joe, and it's my backyard.
Playing solitaire on the computer is fun, right? But it's hard to remember all those rules. Now there's a computer card game that gets back to the basics.
52 Card Pickup 2000.
That's right. 52 Card Pickup 2000 does all the work by throwing the virtual deck all over the virtual room.
Whoa! There are cards all over the place.
You know what to do next.
Here's the 4 of clubs under this couch. I'm gonna pick it up.
Wow, there's 3 or 4 under this table. I'm gonna pick them up.
You can play by yourself or set up exciting tournament play. With your web browser, you can even play other people across the internet. It's simple, it's repetitive, it's
52 Card Pickup 2000.
You'll wonder why you ever owned a real deck of cards.
This week on the James Brown Celebrity Scrabble Tournament, the Godfather of Soul takes on former child star Rusty O'Dean.
What? 57 points.
HWUNAWUH?
What?
That's not a word.
In a minute. Jump back.
Come on, this isn't fair.
I think it was fair.
Tuesday after Hallie McNeil.
I thought about how hard it must have been for him to walk across the gym and ask me to dance, but when I looked down at my bracelet, I thought, what would Satan do? So I said no and set fire to the gym.
Satanko.
Tonight on Investigative Coffee.
Until recently, this sleepy Ohio town was primarily known as a test market for Olestra products. Now, religious fanatics are making a pilgrimage here to witness the miraculous weeping anus.
I was just watching TV and I felt a rumbling in my gut. Tried to make it to the toilet, but whoop, there it was.
It's beautiful. I think it's a sign from God.
There are no words to describe this man's wondrous anus, blessed by our holy Savior.
But is it really a sign from God?
I've been here for 3 days, and the anus seems to weep at regular intervals, but they're almost too regular.
I actually bottled some of the tears of the anus, and quite frankly, they have no healing properties.
I'm just a guy who likes eating chips and watching TV.
The Ohio weeping anus. God's miracle or Satan's curse?
Tonight.
Next week on Round and Round and Round and Round and Roundtable, Doctors Alan Gurm and Gerald Meatbottom discuss the controversial new sleep-inducing therapy for insomnia sufferers, getting up and getting a glass of water.
But so much is unknown about the effects of getting up and getting a glass of water. There are dangers of spillage, broken glass, water supply. I mean, what do they do with the water once they have it?
Well, we advise they drink it, although we found that handing it to a family member has produced some positive results.
Watch as our panelists discuss this controversial new sleep aid and similar therapies.
Some of your more irresponsible colleagues are now prescribing other more radical treatments like sitting up and having a ham sandwich or even running around with a plate of Jell-O.
Well, we certainly wouldn't support that kind of behavior because of the risks involved, especially to children.
Tune in for Get Up and Get Yourself a Glass of Danger, Saturday on Round and Round and Round and Round and Roundtable.
Good morning, everyone. Today on Cooking with Yaks, we're going to make blueberry pancakes with the help of our friend Sparky. Doesn't that sound good, Sparky? Sparky's going to start us off by mixing the batter. Why don't you start with the eggs, Sparky? Well, it looks like Sparky has mashed the eggs into a sloppy mess. Why don't we try measuring out the flour instead? Okay, let's turn on the oven. Go ahead, Sparky. It looks like Sparky hit a pipe trying to turn on the oven. So we're going to evacuate the building now. See you next time on Cooking with Yaks. Come on, Sparky. No, Sparky. We don't eat the matches. Sparky!